What Xaldin does not know is that tonight he will be visited by the spirit a lot sooner than he thinks.
Huh? Huh? Ah! Holy shit! What the hell? Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. Out of all the spirits I could possibly, be visited by, it had to be you. Oh, great. So tell me, this is the part where you're gonna show me my grave because of the fact that I won't do the stupid review, right? Is that the future? Huh? Ah!
Pokemon Pikachu's Vacation 2. One of the greatest Pokemon movies that have ever been made in the history of Pokemon. It's so good, critics all over America are saying nothing but good things about this movie. By God, even other critics in America are wishing that they review this movie. If only someone who was at least somewhat nostalgic was reveal this movie. In fact, this movie even became a blockbuster.
Spirit, no, say it isn't true. It got a blockbuster and critics say it's awesome? It doesn't make any sense. It's not that good of a movie. Oh, please, Spirit, say it isn't so.
And now Xaldin wakes up from his epic dream.
It was all just a dream.
And now Xaldin now begins to...
Oh, shut up, Christian. I think I can take care of it from here.
And so Xaldin runs down the stairs. And now Xaldin rushes to the kitchen. And he runs back out of the kitchen. And what is in his hand? It's his Christmas hat, while running back up the stairs. Xaldin then puts on his hat, sits on his bed, and he now begins his Christmas review of Pikachu's Vacation to save everyone from the horrible tragedy of Pikachu's Vacation.
Hello everybody on YouTube. Welcome to the Magician Master 100's anime review. And this time it's a Christmas special. Pikachu's Winter Vacation 2. This is the somewhat sequel of the other Christmas Vacation. But of course, well, the first one didn't make any sense either. But this one, this one's the worst. Oh my god, it's that bad. You could just... Oh my god, it just makes you want to feel like you want to do brain surgery with a chainsaw and a spoon. That's how I most feel about most other animes that are just that terrible and you feel like you have to be nostalgic about. Well, let's get started. This is Pikachu's Winter Vacation 2. We start the story off with Ash and the gang. Which of course, I might as well say the gang because they got replaced. But anyway... So the story starts off like they're leaving him behind in a log cabin, which of course, the problem with that scene is they don't see their faces. I mean, could you just imagine doing a review or doing something without your face? It could be looked like this. Hey everybody, I'm here to do a review. Okay then, hey everybody. And that's it. And of course, I mean, it's not like you don't see Ash's face almost every time in every episode. So what's the point of blocking his face? Other than the fact that the episode is supposed to be mostly about Pokemon, and that's it. But that doesn't mean you have to block out their faces. It's like those classic cartoon moments where, you block out the humans' faces, even though the, cartoon's all about the, cat and mouse. For example, Tom and Jerry. Tom's cat was a owner... always got her face blocked out, which I don't know why. All you show was her arms and legs. I don't know what's the point of blocking her face. I'm not saying she was ugly or anything. It's just a joke. I mean, what, she's so bad looking they can't show her face and all that? But anyway, everyone starts waving goodbye. Yay, goodbye! And of course, Chikorita, as always, being her little, female dog self. Which of course, believe it or not, she's actually a female. She gets a little jealous because the fact that, Pikachu always, been more and more of Ash than, Chikorita, because she spent most of her time in her Pokeball or battling with Ash, while Pikachu is out always and about with Ash. Yes, it does seem a little unfair. And of course, the Pokemon notice that they actually can, blow, cold air, well, not cold air, but blow their breath in the window, scratch their faces in, and after that make, funny looking faces. So Pikachu was like, hey, why don't you join us? Chikorita didn't want to, and all then I'm just gonna skip the part that she, kicks a slipper, lands on Togepi's head, he cries, and after that, Vulpix, cheers him up. But the thing is, how can a slipper bounce off the ceiling? Watch, I'll show you what happens when you throw a slipper on the ceiling. Watch. Whoa! Didn't bounce off like that. It didn't bounce off and ricochet all the way to the other side. It just bounced right back down. It doesn't frickin' bounce all the way up and then hit someone on the head. I mean, holy shit. Wow. That's why it doesn't make any sense. So Pikachu gets upset with Chikorita. Chikorita gets pissed off and then runs away, while the other Pokemon chases after her. I would say, screw her and all that. So after that, Chikorita starts running on the side of the cabin. And after that, she crashes into the icicles, and of course, well, it makes some funny noises. And the Pokemon are way too distracted. Of course, they're supposed to be chasing after Chikorita, so why stop at where the icicles are and make funny musicals and all that? They bang on the ice, make funny noises and musical like, and of course, Heracross uses his horn to make little noises, and then Chikorita runs away again. And of course, they're realizing that they're supposed to go after Chikorita. So Chikorita, then after that, runs off, and after that, she ends up on an ice ring. Yeah, it's just so happens to end up on an ice ring. And she starts sliding all the way to the end, and of course, end up crashing into a tree. And it causes snow fall on her, and of course, they all laugh. Hee hee ha 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 ha. So they all have fun, and after that, skate down the ice. Until, now hear me out, this is the, other thing that you gotta sound nostalgic about. Meowth comes in. Of course, he did come in a couple of Pikachu's vacations. Well, except the first ever one. That's understandable that he never came. But this one you gotta sound very nostalgic about. Meowth spots Ash, Misty, and Brock's Pokemon out in an ice ring. And most of the time when Team Rocket captures their Pokemon in a net, which they don't bother breaking themselves unless it's electric proof or something else, unless Ash gives them a command to break the net, they could have just, Meowth could have been just came up to Team Rocket and says, hey, Jesse, James, look, the Twipe's Pokemon, they're right there. Let's capture them by using a giant robot or a machine and a net. And then, of course, they could have caught him right there. Holy shit. It's just that simple. But no, Meowth rather wastes his time, teaching him how to skate on the ice, which, of course, he seemed crappy about. So basically, as he's skating on, having trouble skating on the ice, Chikorita comes out of nowhere, uses her leaf, and after that wipes the, on the ice in front of him, make it more slipperier. And after that, he crashes into a tree, snow falls on him, and of course, what else happened was Meowth gets a little ticked off about it, so he takes it on a Bulbasaur. So he uses his tail, wipes the ice in front of him, causes him to slip on the ice, then Bulbasaur comes out of nowhere, and after that, he uses his Vine Whip, wraps Meowth up, and spins him around. Yeah, he spins like a top, and then after that, the other Pokemon with tails wipes the ice in front of him, and he gets more slippier. And of course, here's another thing. He just, trips on the end, and he goes flying in midair and does a blast off. How do you freaking do a blast off? Seriously, how is that possible? All you do is just tripped over and you were just spinning. It's like saying if you did it, threw a top on the ice, and if it, lands on the edge, it would go flying in the air. How is that even possible? And of course, as he said, well, even without Jesse and James, I'm just gonna do a blast off. And they all laughed, hee ha ha ha. And of course, in the end, Ash, Misty, and Brock just so happened to find them. I mean, they don't know where the hell they were. They left last time they left them. They were in a log cabin. Now they just so happened to find them there. And an ice ring out of all places. My God, this is what I sound like so nostalgic about. So the Pokemon head back to the log cabin, and that's the end of that part. I'll explain the other part, which I really gotta sound nostalgic about, in the next part. So see you in a little bit. Alright, I'm back. This is part 2 of the video. Thank God. I mean, seriously. This part is really bad. My God, it's just bad. Alright, we start the story off with, Ash, Pikachu, Brock and Misty, and Togepi. Ash and Pikachu... I meant to say, Pikachu and Togepi, we're just having fun. Pikachu making funny faces at Togepi, making different shapes of different Pokemon that Ash happens to have. Or just random Pokemon, like he's been mostly doing. And, Misty and Brock and Ash were talking about tomorrow is going to be Christmas morning, and they better get ready to bed. So they went to bed, and of course, they put their socks, or stockings, next to their bed. Yeah, like Santa Claus is going to come up next to you and put some gifts on your stocking. So after that, they went to bed. After a couple of minutes later, a Pokemon comes out of Ash's bag. Who could it be? It's Chikorita. She comes out of her own Pokeball. Which, of course, she wanted to sleep with Ash. So she knocks Pikachu off the bed, and of course, sleeps with Ash. Then the thing is, how could Ash not hear? Is he that deep of a sleeper? I mean, could you just imagine? You're not hearing a break-in, and you're, so much of a deep sleep. I bet a burglar could come in and just make some random noises, start screaming and shouting, and then steal your stuff, and you'll be probably still that much of a sleep. So after that, Pikachu finally notices that he's been knocked off the bed. He's like, huh? What? And he's noticing that. So the other Pokemon come out of their Pokeballs. Yeah, still didn't hear that. They must be that really deep of sleep. So after that, they noticed some sort of bright star on the outside. So they went outside and looked at the Christmas tree. Ooh, pretty, pretty, pretty. And of course, what they noticed was some sort of shooting star. And of course, they went to go check it out and something like that. And of course, guess who was there? Santa Claus! Which you don't see his face at all. I don't know why. It's not like you see his face every time in every season. You could see his face almost everywhere. You could see it on posters. You could see it on coffee cups. Everywhere when it comes to Christmas. You can even see it on a Coca-Cola, can. So what's the point of not showing his face? But the bad news is his Stantler's sick. He has a high fever on, Christmas. Yeah, it just so happens to be sick on Christmas, Eve. It's probably, Santa's like, ho, 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 all right, Stantler, let's get going. Oh, what's that? You're sick? Oh, no! I mean, you would think there'd be like a crash or something. Like, oh, my God! More of a crash, if that Stantler was sick. Not like, oh, looks like you're sick. Better pull over. And all that. And why only one Stantler? I mean, the last Pokemon Christmas special, there was a, Ponyta to also represent, Santa's reindeer. Wouldn't it be more Christmas-like and more Santa-like if they had more Stantler? About, maybe 6 or 8 more Stantler? Wait, who cares? More Stantler, basically. But then again, Santa would be like, on Stantler, on Stantler, on Stantler, on Stantler, on Stantler. Oh, I don't forget to miss you there, Stantler. Ho, ho, ho. And on Stantler Rudolph. And all that. Excuse me. And of course, he notices the Pokemon was there. And says, my Stantler's sick and all that. And of course, he says he has these berries that could calm down his fever. Yeah, how are berries going to help his fever? You know what I mean? How is that going to be possible? Calming down his fever. So after that, Santa and his lazy fat-ass self doesn't bother looking for himself. So he has to, expect 5 or 8 other Pokemon to look for him. So they all start digging in the wrong place. I mean, seriously, the berries would not be frozen. And even so, they would be bad. They would have gone bad anyway. They'd be frozen. They would be moist. Too moist, and they would have gone bad. They would probably have been rotten or something like that. So anyway, Pikachu had an idea. Yes, comedy Christmas humor that his, little thought bubble comes out of nowhere and pops out a Christmas star on the top of a Christmas tree. So they went back to the Christmas tree and took down the star, which of course, I don't know if it was necessary using razor leaf to get it down. They could have just used Vine Whip to bring it down. So Pikachu puts it on top of his head somehow, and after that uses Thunderbolt on it to get it to light up. So Pikachu looks everywhere by using the Christmas star, which so far they couldn't find any. But of course, Vulpix comes out of nowhere and mentions, "Look, there! I found some berries and all that." So they lead on to, found the bear. So Vulpix lead them to the cliff where the berries just so happen to be there. I mean, how could they probably spot the berries? It's probably so high up they could probably not spot it. But of course, as Pikachu has to be so courageous, he has to be the one to get it. I mean, seriously, you could have just got Bulbasaur and Chikorita to use Vine Whip, reach up, and get it. It's so simple. But no, Pikachu has to be the hero. So Pikachu climbs up, the wind blows off the Christmas star, and of course, he got the berries. After that, he falls off, then out of nowhere, Chikorita and Bulbasaur saves him with the Vine Whip. Yeah, now they use Vine Whip to get the, someone helpful or be more helpful. So they rush back to Santa Claus, and of course, Pikachu and the other. Sorry about that, everyone. My camera stopped on its own because of certain reasons. Anyway, so Stantler is somehow better because eating some berries is gonna make you better. I mean, seriously. Now, the only right time when they say they get better because of some sort of berry is when it came to Dragon Ball Z and those beans they ate. That's the only right time. But when it came to those berries that Stantler ate, that's not possible. All he just ate was some red berries that looked like freaking cherries. So anyway, he starts getting all better, and after that, Santa's like, "Oh, there's gonna be a next Christmas after all." And after that, everyone's excited, happy. Santa leaves with Stantler, and of course, Christmas morning, everyone wakes up for their Christmas gifts, and they still don't show their faces. Why am I not surprised? So anyway, they look at they check out their gifts. So Brock's getting all excited, saying, "Here's mine! Here's mine!" And of course, Ash hanging out with Pikachu a gift, saying, "This is gonna be the Christmas ever." So that's my video. Thanks for watching. I'm the Magician Master 100, known as the Master of all Spellcasters. So, see ya.